Oh, everybody was looking at my butt. And there we go. There we go. And I don't have my stream manager up, so we're just going to go with that. Oopsies. Go back. There we go. Okay. Oh, where's my dog at? She's been so excited because my hair's a mess. Don't mind my hair. I need to recolor it too, so it's a little crazy. It is chilly out here today. It is, I don't know, 50, mid 50s, high 50s. I don't think it's quite 60 degrees. I looked at the weather radar and it's raining around us. Not raining right where we're at, so hopefully we don't get anything. But yeah, it is a little bit chilly. There she is. There's the crazy girl. She has been so excited the last 15 minutes to go for a run. I have really good signal right here. This is where I've been at before, and I've had pretty decent signal. So we're gonna see. I am kind of gonna be going up through some little draws and stuff. We're just gonna be on a forest road, so a nice, easy little recovery run. I'm actually sore from my race 2 nights ago, so less than 48 hours ago. Nessa, we're going this way. She wants to go that way, but we've been that way. Went for a walk last night over that way. We're gonna go this way, and we're gonna see how well the signal is. I will probably be coming back here at some point, just because it's such a nice area. There's tons and tons of like areas to camp at. We're right over here. We're right there. Actually, I'm on. I'm gonna change. There we go. We're about, so that direction, we're about 20 miles from the rim of the north rim of this whole area is called North Rim, but the specific north rim of the Grand Canyon. The Kaibob trail is about 20 miles that way, so it heads down. Arizona Trail is literally just like right over there, like half a mile. But there's so many of these little forest roads that cut in and out and around and all that kind of stuff that I don't want to just cut cross country to get on it. So we're gonna come down this. I've never actually been on this forest road. We've always been on the next one over, which is where the Arizona Trail is. But I figured it was probably gonna be really busy, and I actually have better signal here than I did over there last time I was here. And sorry, I'm still waiting for my watch to start. I want to get credit for this. I'm going to do something. So it's more just, this is more to explore, because I'd like to be further back in if I can. We're really close to the highway, maybe half a mile from the highway, if that. See, so this is another road right here that goes down that direction. There's tons of these little tiny little roads. But we're gonna go this way, get a couple 100 feet of gain. There we go. Run a little bit on this road because my legs are tired. That race the other night, I'm gonna do an official race recap, I think, and put it on my YouTube. So looking for that video. Might actually try and knock that out today. But that was, so even though it was a race, I was, my whole goal was actually to just take and use it as a training run, because I haven't done any speed work, and so I figured 25K would be a little bit quicker. And I do have a marathon coming up here in about 3 weeks, so it was going to be a good test of my turnover. But also, as far as training runs go, two things that I don't do so well in is heat and nighttime for running. So I really wanted to do it for that as well, because my next peak race, Speed Goat, it can be hot there, even though we're up in the mountains, high elevation. It can sometimes, I gotta take a break because I'm still tanked from that race. We're at about 8,000 feet elevation right now too, just so you guys know. But even though it's high elevation, so heat for me is anything above 70 degrees. I do not do well in. And I even struggle if I'm doing a hard effort race. I have a hard time above, I would say even 55 degrees. Like 50 degrees, 50 to 55 is my optimum. So my race I did 2 nights ago, it was 90 degrees at the start. And I think by the time I finished, it was down to about 80, maybe high 70s, 78, 77, somewhere under. By morning time, it was nice. It was like 60 degrees out. But it's actually warmer than it is now. So when we started, it was still just light out. So we didn't need the headlamps. I actually didn't need the headlamp until about 45 minutes in. I wasn't quite past the first aid station, which was at mile 5-ish, 6-ish, somewhere around there. Between 5 and 6. I don't remember what the exact mileage was. So, looking at the results from the last couple years, I figured I had a good chance to finish on the podium. And so I started off with the leaders. I told myself starting off that I was just gonna try and stick with the lead pack. There was no lead pack. It was actually the guy that took first place. He just took off like a bat out of hell. And I kept up with him for a little bit, but I saw what pace he was running and decided I needed to back down. So I had a hard time settling in to a good pace. My upper back actually this time was pretty tight. Wouldn't loosen up until about halfway through. And it's hard to breathe when you have super tight upper back. And I held top 3. I think I finally dropped out of 3rd place. Probably 4 miles in, 3 or 4 miles in. And then I knew I wasn't going to be able to stay with the leader, so I just kind of dropped off into my own pace. And I eventually finished. I think I was 14th overall, maybe 13th, somewhere around there. I haven't actually looked, so I don't know. Ooh, there's a nice camp spot right here too. And I'm gonna guess and say, apologize, I'm gonna flip the screen here. Signal. Oh yes, perfect signal. Okay. This is mainly a scouting mission because I actually like this location better than my last location, which again is only like half a mile that way. But there's another trail up here that I think would be fun to run that actually heads that way towards, I think, what they call North Canyon. It's before the Grand Canyon has actually, or before the Colorado River has gone into the Grand Canyon. So it's basically the canyon between Glen Canyon National Park, which is about 30 miles that way, and Grand Canyon. Actually, Glen Canyon might be a little further than that. I don't remember. That's a nice camping spot there too. We pretty much just came in yesterday around midday, and I had perfect signal, 4 bars of signal, which is what I still have right now, where we hit that spot where we're at, which is not the first one in. There was a couple other people that were already camped out, but we went about 2 or 3 more spots just to get some distance between us and them. Perfect signal, so I wasn't gonna mess around, and because I didn't know how busy it would be. I figured most people should have left because it was a Sunday. By the time we got here, it was just about noon. So we left Phoenix, specifically Scottsdale, I guess, at about 6 in the morning yesterday. So it took us about 6 hours to get here. Of course, we had to stop for gas and some of that stuff. But I would stay here for a week, just running up here. But my whole plan was to go back to Montana because I have a bunch of stuff. My mailbox is overflowing. There's stuff I need for the van there, that kind of stuff. So I kind of have to get back. But because I was going to go back, I didn't fill my water up before we left Flagstaff 2 days ago. So I'm down to my last 2 gallons of water. Well, I mean, there's water spots around here I could probably fill up, I'm guessing. Pay money for service campgrounds, not private campgrounds, but Forest Service campgrounds that you have to reserve and pay money for. Not too far away from here. In fact, one of them's maybe 2 or 3 miles away, and then there's one a little further than that. But there's also the town of Jacobs Lake is only a couple miles away from us, and there's a gas station right there. So I'm guessing could probably get water there too. If not, fill up our tank. Could probably buy some. So far, I'm liking this area for streaming. It seems to be, haven't noticed any huge hiccups or anything. Oh. Anyway, let's get back to the race. I didn't have a terrible time. I was a minute per mile slower than what I figured I would be at. And that's taking into account that I was running a trail race with only about 1,500 feet vertical gain. So I might be quicker than what I'm going to run this marathon at. But we'll see. We'll see how I feel. But so I didn't have a terrible time. A 2:28, right around there. I was hoping to be right around the 2:11, 2:15 mark, somewhere around there. So if I would have been a minute per mile faster, I would have been 2:12, which is what I was expecting to be around 2:12, 2:13. And with the last couple years, that would have put me on the podium. Not on this race this year. Holy cow, there was some fast people there. So the winner last year ran like a 2:01 or 2:02. And the winner this year ran a 1:50. Even the top 3 people were all under 2 hours. My nighttime racing though, I was actually very pleased with as well as I was doing. I probably could have been. Now I say this in retrospect and knowing a little tidbit I'm going to tell you at the very end, but I probably could have been about 5 minutes faster on my uphill on the second loop, because that's where you get most of your vertical gain. It was runnable, but I was pretty well tanked. I could have ran though. I could have done it. Now, things I could have done better. My fueling strategy was thrown out the window. I did not follow my fueling strategy, and I paid the price for that. I wasn't drinking as much as I should have been, and I wasn't, oh, this is the guy up here that I think just pulled in this morning. I wasn't, I think I only did 2 gel packs, and I expected to do 4. And there we go. Run a little bit more. Now, I'll tell you what happened at the end. So I got done. The heat killed me. The heat I did not do well with. It completely destroyed me. So well with my fueling strategies and that kind of stuff. So I got done with the race. I was averaging 8 minutes on the flats. So, I was cruising pretty good. And by flats, it wasn't like completely flat. It was rollers the whole way. But we did. So I finished strong. Got across the finish line. And it was doing pretty good. I walked over to my van, and by the time I got to my van, and I'm going to do an Instagram on this today, but the tingles, if anybody's hands, actually it was like my hands were, like the muscles in my hands were cramping up, even though it wasn't. It was just the nerve signals from the tingles. and my hands completely like spasmed. I was holding a can of sparkling water, and when the tingles hit pretty bad, I actually crushed the can. Okay, so if we go to the right here, we get to, that heads over to the Arizona Trail. What does this say? Great Western Trail, Arizona section. Let's continue going this way. I can tell that my signal must be dropping off a bit, but we are kind of in some little, Nessa looks like she has to pee. She's making her, trying to find that perfect pee spot, I guess. Know what she's gonna poop. I didn't bring her bag either. She already dropped a huge growler. This is a nice little spot right here too. This is would be probably more of a high traffic area. Yeah, not very strong signal here. I only have 2 bars right here, so we are definitely getting further away from the towers, which are over by the actual city of Jacobs Lake, which is why it's crazy to me that where we're at we get better than a little bit closer. Of course, a little bit closer we're kind of down in a creek draw. Right here we're up high on this ridge, so it's crazy to me that it's not perfect signal. Still 2 bars. Valley right by Vermilion Cliffs as well. But the scenic view would be awesome if I could get on that trail. So that way, I think I should have taken a screenshot of the map, and actually what I should do, if I was smart, is download the app onto my second phone for my maps, and then download an offline map, because I don't have cell signal on it, I just have Wi-Fi. So I could download an offline map and still use the GPS on it, and then I'd have the map instead of having to try and guess off of memory. Okay, what do we got over here? So this looks like it should be a forest road, but sometimes these end up turning into just campsites. Now she's peeing. So that way definitely takes you to that one trail. And basically you'd have like a spine with no trees. That's why I know that we're very sparse. It's different. It's not ponderosas. It's juniper trees that are kind of evenly sparsed out, so you can get great grand views of everything. There was actually further down when you're climbing up to get on top of this plateau, because you're kind of in that kind of ecosystem with the juniper trees and stuff. Don't get me wrong, I love these as well, but I really wanted to stay there last night because there's some gorgeous spots there, but you have 0 cell signal. Like couldn't even get 1 bar, so even with my cell booster on my van, I still wouldn't even be able to do anything. here. Yeah, I think there's a little that goes off. Oh, this would be a gorgeous campsite because of the views. Let's go over this way and see. I don't know if I have very good cell signal though. These views are awesome. Looking over this thick, or this wide draw here. They must have had a fire come through here years ago. This isn't the one that was just recent last year, because a lot of the Arizona Trail is shut down, but because that's further north, that's in the burn area you can actually see. But look at the views. This would be a good spot to camp. Let me check my signal. Still 2 bars. So the trailhead there on the Kaibob trail on North Rim. Race though, just didn't well that I haven't flat to just take Highway 80 across Colorado, since I'll be right on it where this race is at, since I have to hightail it to New Hampshire. I thought about, I don't know if she has her ticket yet, but if one of my friends that is heading over to New Hampshire, $100. Okay, so this road here that we ran down is for the, yeah, there's no camp. I don't think though that is. Why am I not pushing video? Because I got 3 bars right here. Oh, this would be just a gorgeous area. There's all this new young growth junipers, because we're a little bit lower now, so we're starting to get out into the, I'll have to look and see. I'm guessing there is. That's probably the road that goes to the Arizona Trail. But we're going to continue down a little bit further. I'm surprised I don't have good signal though. Like I said, I have 3 bars. Oh, I love this area. This area is cool. This right here makes me think of Montana, actually. We had Ponderosas in Montana, but these wanted to be, but might just have to stay an extra day. I was gonna see her at some point, either this week. Well, what do you know? I have 30 frames per second. I should have done that a long time ago. I don't know why I didn't think about that. Although it's dropping again. But the whole way up here, at least to this point, actually it's past this point, coming up, we had video. Decent video. I don't know what the difference is. Somebody just recently drove down this since we ran up it. Whatever that would have been, 20 minutes ago, half an hour ago, however long. We goofed off over in that one spot for a while, so it's probably half an hour. Sure, this is where that I was in his van, maybe. Maybe not. I didn't think we came that far up where we saw him. Yeah, this was it. Maybe not, I don't know. It seemed like it was, though, the spot where he was at. Are you finally getting a little tuckered out because you've put in an extra probably 2 miles zipping back and forth like you have been? It's funny that I have 30 frames per second, but my dashboard hasn't come back yet, so I have no idea even if my stream is pushing or not. For sure, even though it says I'm pushing at 30 frames per second on my interface, until my dashboard comes up, I have no idea. There we go. There's my dashboard. So it says I have one person on, which is probably not my mod account if I had to guess. So thank you, person, for being on. Oh. My whole plan for this year was, being that I could train full time. I have not put together a successful training block yet. I have all the opportunities to do it, I just haven't done it. So while some of that, I guess I didn't have all opportunities. Because I was moving and weather and that kind of stuff, I didn't really have the opportunity to put together a good, proper training block for canyons. And then this training block, I'm doing my best to throw it together, and actually helping out at Cocodona really put a good boost to that, because just in the 3 days, I had a 100-mile training week that week, because just the 3 days that it wasn't even full, 3 full days, like 2.5 days of helping support them, I did over 80 miles. So I really enjoyed that. That was so much fun. It was almost surreal. Like, it was almost like I was living in a movie. For a couple days after that, when I wasn't doing it, it was like I was going through withdrawals, like trying to snap back into reality again. And I had a difficult time, I'm not gonna lie. And I think that's why I like doing my live streams on Twitch so much. I am going to most likely, I hate to do it, I don't know, I'll probably just, I'm gonna ask for your guys' feedback, because I do want to do more gaming as well. I enjoy it, and I hate to do my gaming on my running channel for my runners and fitness people out there. I don't want you to be like, oh, he's going for a run, and then see me playing V-Rising or Fortnite or something, which I'm really digging V-Rising. I suck at it. It's like I've played, I don't know how many hours now, and I've only beaten the Alpha Wolf for the first boss. And here last night I was watching one of my favorite streamers, and they were doing like, they have a group server, so they don't have anybody playing teams. They're all playing like by themselves and stuff. There's a new person, one of his friends, and I watch him every now and then as well. Never played the game before, and within an hour he'd already beaten like 3 of the bosses by himself. I'm like, gosh dang it, Here, it took me like 3 tries to get the alpha wolf. I really need to beat this archer lady so that I can continue on, because I need the tannery, which is unlocked by her. And I've only tried twice. I've already got my ass kicked, like royally. Like, and a lot of it is just the little minions, the individuals that do it. But I do look in retrospect, two of the next level bosses that I need to beat. One was her, one was this other guy that I just kind of ran into. We're not very far away from each other. And I learned last night, actually this might have been where that guy was at. I don't know. I'm guessing we'll see him probably. Unless he left. Maybe he was just here for a short time and left. Decided he doesn't want to be here. Actually, I think this was it. So, yeah, that'd be half a mile up. About right. But I learned that the mob bosses will fight each other. So now I'm like, gosh dang, was there a way that I can get them to fight each other, and then I can go in and finish off the weaker one, or you know what I mean, because they're gonna lose health. One of them, I think I actually need to defeat them, maybe, I don't know, because you have to drink their blood. I don't know, I guess I'd have to see. I am going to play some today. It looks like the clouds are breaking up a bit, so I should be able to play. If I'm just like watching YouTube or something like that, my computer doesn't take much battery, and I have a 200 watt power supply in there right now, but I'm typically using like 50-60 watts if I'm just fooling around on the internet or doing whatever, watching YouTube, yeah, stuff. But as soon as I start pushing through that video card, either playing a game and just playing a game, depending on the game, of course, but if it's a game that has higher graphics, holy cow, I start sucking down the power. And then if I start streaming as well, which increases the power needs of my graphics card, I really start sucking in the power. I use all those 200 watts. And so if I have no sun, then I can only do that for about an hour and a half. Because I don't want to drain the batteries all the way. I need some of it for my refrigerator and that kind of stuff. But if I have good sunshine, where I'm pushing 300 plus watts, it is easy for me to apologies everybody, I was trying to swipe away a freaking pop-up from Tinder on my phone, which wasn't even like, oh, somebody new likes you or any of that kind of stuff. It was just like they keep trying to get you to buy their subscription stuff. And but anyways, so it accidentally went to there instead of swiping it away. But yeah, if I'm pushing like 300 plus watts, I can freaking game and stream all day. No problems. I am thinking about upgrading my computer because it does struggle right now a little bit. I do definitely need a newer graphics card, but if I'm going to do that, because the one I want is like $1,200, $1,300. It's not the top of the line, but at least it's because graphics cards are so expensive nowadays. But it's a whole lot beefier than the one I have now, because I just have a very minimal graphics card. It's a good graphics card for playing games. Can't do much more. Not good for streaming in games, that's for sure. But if I'm going to do that, I kind of want to update my motherboard and processor as well. And then also update my hard drive, because I have a 1 terabyte hard drive is all. I'd really like to have that beefed up, or just buy a second. Well, that's what I would end up doing, just buying a second hard drive, keeping the 1 terabyte in there. There's our van. That was a good, nice, easy 5 miles. My legs are, oh, you can see it, but the highway's just right over there. If a car went by, you'd be able to see it probably. Oh, so I think that helped getting the soreness out of my legs. That's what I really needed to do. Driving for 6 hours yesterday and then laying on the bed did not help, that's for sure. But I still feel the stiffness. I think that helped out a lot. So my hair is crazy because there's a little bit of wind. Yeah, look at that. Yep, that's my hair, and I can't do anything about it because it gets blown up and stuck like that, dries like that. Because I did sweat a little bit. Anyways, that's it for today's stream, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I don't know. I'll figure out if we're actually gonna stay one more day or not. Figure out what we're gonna do, because I need to finish that. I can't finish that until I get back to get rid of those storage containers, because I won't have a place to put them if I build my little cubbies there. I'll be able to empty out the storage containers into my little cubbies, but then the actual storage containers themselves I don't have a spot for. So I gotta get that taken care of. And pretty much I've decided that once I get that done, there's a lot of other things I'd like to do to the van, but I don't have any reason to do it. So I'm functional, I'm working out okay. So I can empty out all my tools and everything out of the back and put a lot of my stuff that is in my storage unit right now inside of the van, because I'll have more room. And then the only thing I'll have to go back to Montana for is mail every now and then, even though I do like running the trails there. I really want to do China Wall before, as a training run before Speed Goat, but we'll figure out if I can make that work or not. So I was hoping to do that maybe early July, but that's when it starts to get really busy there and hot. Which the heat I do need to get. I do need to get some good treated heat, because I was soft. Even both in DC and before back in Montana, whenever it was hot outside, I ran at like 4 o'clock in the morning, so I didn't have to worry about the heat. There was a few times in DC though where it was, the humidity is what really got me, but it was humid and heat. Even by like 9 o'clock in the morning, it was almost 90 degrees out and humid. But anyways, guys, thanks so much for joining me today. If we stay another day, I'll get a run tomorrow and we'll explore some of the other trail system. I might just go for a run in the morning anyways. It'll be a little bit earlier. But if we stay an extra day, then definitely I'll run some more. Because if I push hard enough, I could get back. I'd get back at night, which wouldn't be conducive to what I really want to do. But anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys. Love you all. Bye.